right, we're live in five, four, three, two, the longest one ever. Oh, you're on the wrong
Happy
side.
Saturday!
Happy Saturday from us to you. I'm not in the cafe, but I feel like in spirit I'm there. It's right around the corner. It's behind me, through the
Yeah,
wall.
welcome to Latte Vida Espresso Bar. We have espressos today.
Mm.
Figured great drink to bring in the weekend.
Small but
It's
powerful,
very powerful.
just like us. That's how we should relate it. Be like, we're just like an espresso, small but mighty. Our new slogan. I think every couple live streams we come up with a new slogan. One of them will stick. We go with let's get digital. It's a family thing. Now the new one. Or just
Look
a new
at how
slogan.
cute this cup is. I
Yeah.
found this at Artique. They're like, the craftsmanship on this is really, the details and everything is really cute. It looks like a sun, really, the saucer. Let me
Yeah, the
show you.
saucer of it does.
So,
We have matching everything.
So yeah, this is our latte bar. We I created this to really just get into a vibe. We have our set routines that we do in the morning, and coffee is one of them. Espresso, really, and lattes. So we just created a space around it to really enjoy that quiet, quality time of making fancy lattes.
Yeah. We're both fans of the morning. I mean, I'm fans of the night too. I stay up late and I try to wake. I like waking up early. I'm not gonna say I do wake up early. Reina wakes up earlier than me most of the days. Sometimes way earlier.
Free time.
Yeah.
Free time.
But when you do wake up earlier, it is like the early bird catches the worm, and you're more productive. And I do feel that, and it's something that I like to follow and her footsteps on. But I don't, and I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's five, just one more hour.
Yeah, I can't. I just knock out at night. I can't stay up. I try to stay up because I'm like, oh, the kids are sleeping. I can get work done. And sometimes I do, but at like midnight, even 11:30, it starts to really, my body starts to shut down mentally. I'm like, I shouldn't be doing work at this time. Unless
Yeah,
I'm doing like art or something. If I'm in a flow of something, then I'll stay up mentally. But if I'm on the computer, forget about it.
yeah. Right around 10 p.m. is where my creativity starts to come in.
That's so crazy to me. I'm so opposite.
Mm. Well, anyways, waking up and being productive sets the tone for your day. I
Good
came up with
one.
that. Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to talk about today what makes everyone productive. I know a lot of people have their set routines. They have to get up, they have to have coffee, they do yoga in the morning, or oh wait, that's mine. My routine. But what is everyone else's routine, you know?
Yeah,
Go
what
for
is everybody else's? I feel like everybody must be different in terms of waking up. For me personally, I like to wake up at the crack of evening. No, uh, whenever I wake up, I sit there for about 5 minutes and kind of like what you taught me, stretch your fingers all the way down to your toes. But I kind of contemplate life and deeper things too for a few minutes, and then really wakes me up. I don't like just jump out of bed and all it
and
all
just
hits you
run.
and it's too
Yeah.
much. So I wait a few, and then I feel like I'm more productive when I do stuff like that too.
Yeah, they say that when you wake up, you should try to move every part of your body in the sense of like just like you're on the computer all day, so like go like this, like move your hands, move your wrists, just simple movements. You know, we don't all have to be like overachievers going hard in the morning with like workouts. I'm more of a low impact type of movement because it helps my body wake up and it's not such a harsh, intense way to wake up. So I'm
Mm.
all about the quiet movements to like slowly wake up instead of the go run 2 miles. I've tried that and it just doesn't really work well for me.
Yeah, I like cozy exercising in the morning
Yeah,
for sure.
exactly. Yeah.
Slow push-ups.
Yep. Very slow.
Um, just in terms of productivity, I personally can't do anything that's not productive in any way, shape, or form. Like I feel like when I do anything that's non-productive, I feel like I'm wasting life or my time at least. Unless we're sick or injured, which like my back, it's feeling better in case you're following along. It's almost back to normal. But like even on that day, I was bedbound, like a invalid, and I was like, how do people do this? How are you not productive? I did have my laptop, and even then, I still felt unproductive. So I just feel like we personally, Reina and I, are both that type that are like, if we're not doing something that's productive to us, to our family, to the business, to our crafts or our passions, we're not doing it. Unless it's like watching like a crime doc, maybe. Does that count?
While we're doing work.
Even that's productive.
No. But even going a little further into when you're starting a specific task or a specific project, like what do you do right before? I know for me, I like to really put a list, an outline together of the things I need to tackle and make sure I have everything. So if it's logins, it's all going to be in that one doc. I'm not going to start and be looking for logins and things like that before. So I spend time getting organized first. First, I have my latte. then I get to work in like an outline type format of gathering all the credentials and things that I'll need to make the update. So that's mostly for specific, updates and things that I need access. And a lot of what we do, obviously, we need access and logins to it. So having that in a very a place that you know where it is and that we can access right away.
Yeah, and I just use Raina's documents that she organizes. She's way better at organizing than I am. I use Trello on even just daily like things I have to do, like pay taxes or something, up until things like client calls. So that's how I can see it. I like the visual of dragging, dropping, deleting, moving, and the alerts that say you have something scheduled today. And calendars. I mean, of course, we use the private mail calendar, but Trello works for me.
Yeah, the calendars are important to know where we're going. I use them. I heavily use them. I want to be able to remember all our meetings.
Yeah, meetings and family things too. So like when we have to drop kids off, or there's a what's it called, like a concert, like a chorus concert.
Yeah, we introduced the family calendar, so they go in there and schedule their events so we all know and we're not like, what are we doing today? We have to, hear about it that day. We have some time to process all the things we have to do for the month. So
Yeah,
it does come in handy. I'm like,
it
what's the
does.
word?
Even for them, they know when we're doing something too. Even though they're gonna bust in during this live stream, we should put live streams on the calendar. Be like, live stream time. Do not come in this room or the cafe.
Mm. It's
Yes,
our 42 days of going live
today's
consecutively.
42.
I don't know.
Yeah, you might be right. I can check.
So we started this journey and we said we're going to go live every day and just talk about things that we're working on, things that people have questions, or even just best practices and tips. And we've consecutively done it for, I believe, 42 days straight. And I mean,
41. Today's 41.
41. Okay, I'm ahead by one day. Um, So, I don't even work out for 40 days straight. So
That's
that's a big
same.
accomplishment, like to do something consistently. Like, I think that requires like a round of applause, I think, right? Like, we did it.
We should plan our 50th live stream, like the date and stuff, and have a little, like, we'll schedule it on LinkedIn, Twitter, and all of our spots, and then have a little party for the 50th.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
coming up. That should
And
be,
then
what's
it's
today?
like today is
Today's 41, 9 days from today.
July 13th.
So that'll be on Monday the 22nd, I think, give or take a day. That would be our 50th.
Yeah, but I'm already thinking about the holidays and doing like fun things for Halloween. We like Halloween over here, dressing up and doing live streams. And to me, this isn't really work. It's fun. It's exciting to share what we're working on and meeting people and things like that. So
Yeah, and
it's
it's weird. I would usually consider this live stream as unproductive, but I do believe it is productive to our workflow because we get to talk about things in a certain tone and a way and to each other via this computer, which we don't normally do, you know? So when we come off this, we have more things to talk about and ideas. So it actually is kind of a productive thing for us as well, even though it seems like we're going live every day, you know, and it is fun, like Reina said, but it is beneficial, hopefully to people that are watching too. But it is beneficial to us, for me.
Yeah, and it's just exciting to when you make a small goal and you're like, we're just gonna try to show up every day. And that's what we're really here, just saying we're showing up, we're working, we're having these conversations even not live. So why not just like brainstorm or talk about these real issues that we talk about daily? Because
Yeah,
we literally do this every single day. Um, it's different when you work for yourself because it's not like you don't feel this like obligation like, oh, I have to do this, I have to, it's more of this is what we do for our living. You know what I mean?
yeah, and if you don't
So
do
we
it,
don't do it to like we if we want to work on the weekends, it's we gotta work on the weekends. It's not something that feels like if we were working for somebody else. It's hard to if you guys you probably won't understand if you know what I'm talking about, but
yeah, like I love to do, even when I worked for companies, I would work on Sunday nights to get it done for Monday morning to be ahead of the curve. But now, as you work for yourself, you get to plan that day, and maybe you want to start work on Monday at 11 a.m. instead of 8 a.m. stand up meeting, you know? So,
yeah, especially if you're putting hours on the weekends, so you have that flexibility to do that.
yeah,
As long as the work's done, that's one of the benefits of working for yourself.
yeah. The only CEO I have is Reina. I was going to talk about focusing too, like productivity, yes, in the morning, and that gets us up and at 'em with the coffee and espressos and our beautiful cafe Latte Vida. Um, but also like throughout the day, how to stay focused is more coffee and Latte Vida. No, but just things that we do. Like I was going to mention, which I think it's unique that you listen to audiobooks while you
Design mostly.
design and do work. I can't do something like that. It's almost like putting two different brains, like trying to pay attention to this and this at the same time. So maybe explain a little bit about your process with that.
Yeah, it's for some reason it just activates a different part of my mind. And okay, yeah, maybe I'm not paying attention 100%, but I'm able to just kind of tune into the story, but also think about different design, and it just goes. I'm not sure if I'm really like if it's something that has to do with copy, I can't really do it because I have to think about the words. But when you're exploring different sections and layout designs, to me, it's so relaxing and it just adds to the experience. So I've read a lot of audiobooks this year. I probably read
You're up to
like,
like 18 or something.
yeah, almost 20 with all the
Crazy.
design work I've been doing. So, um, yeah, it's something that or music. I really like the lo-fi chill hop music in the
Yeah,
background.
lo-fi chill hop. I was going to talk about a couple things in addition to lo-fi chill hop. Let me just share my screen real quick. Um, One thing that, well, before we even get, well, let me just hold on a second. We can go backwards because actually, I was going to go the other way with the show, but it makes more sense to go this way. This is a tool that I use, and I got a lifetime subscription for it because I guess they were going out of business at one time, and now I'm just there. But it's called Brain FM, and it plays these theta waves. It's beats. It's really like chill hop. There's different genres, and it does these theta and alpha waves, which are pretty much rhythms that activate your brain into kind of believing that it's on caffeine or it's relaxing or it's focusing. It's a science study, a scientific study, and it's proof. There's proof that says that these waves improve. And I swear, It is beneficial. You put these things on, you put the headphone on, you set, there's a couple settings here. Like if I go here, I'll say focus. I think you can hear it, I'm not sure. But you can change the type of focus state that you want to be in. It's highly worth it. I wish I could use this all the time. Which I guess I
Show them
can.
the other one too with the
Which one?
airport.
Oh yeah, that's right. There's a lot of cool ones out there too. How do you? What are the airport chill hop?
There was a site that was, I
Yeah,
think,
here. I think this is it.
okay.
So it actually will take in actual API information from air traffic control around the country and mix it in with Li-Fi music. Wi-Fi, not Wi-Fi, lo-fi. I don't know if you can hear it,
Well, I can hear it.
but in the background it'll be like plane taking off and we're going to
Yeah,
Denver.
it's definitely relaxing.
Yeah, and there's also things like even on coffee shop ambience. You know, YouTube has all these, which we put on the TV when we're working on the couch. Coffee cozy shops. I like the ones that's like Paris at night when it's raining. You know,
Yeah.
Coffivity. This is it though. This will actually. It, you can mix in murmurs of coffee shops, like people in the background and stuff. So it makes you feel like you're with people, even if you're alone. So those are some tools I use. But also, records, I was going to say, you're in the record area. Behind Reina to the other side
Let me see if I can.
is a record player.
I don't know
Yeah,
if you
right over there.
see
Yeah. And we,
that.
not hipsters per se, don't judge, but we do collect records, records that we like. And we went over Bill's, that's our neighbor's house. He was having a yard sale yesterday. We picked up some records from him.
Ooh,
Um,
we got a good Ray Charles one.
Yeah, it was a Ray Charles Collectors. Not that it's worth money or anything like that, but it has 4 albums. It has all those good hits on it. It was produced by ABC, the news channel. I actually have a couple here. We have Johnny Cash and his wife, These are the ones we picked up yesterday. Steve Martin. The, I haven't listened to this one yet, but it's the comedy album.
All for $3, which is a bargain.
Yeah, we're gonna go back over there, get the rest. Elton John. This one's a weird one. Sound for a picture, even. I was gonna save it for like date night in the cafe. It has really stuff from each country. There's like African, Japanese, mariachi, kind of like
Is that the
background
one
music.
that says for a perfect evening or something?
Yep, yep. More musical backgrounds to go with your slides and movies, or for a perfect evening with Reina. Weird. The Rockettes had their own album. I didn't check this one. This one might be worth something. The albums are actually in really good condition. No scratches, no nothing on it, no dust. Howdy Doody. Remember that shot? It's Howdy Doody time. We're not. I'm not that old.
Crazy.
Yeah, it was in the 1960s, way before my time. But you know, and the Ink Spots. But it's not the album that has I wanna don't wanna set the world on fire. But it does have We'll Meet Again. Don't know where. Don't know where. It's such a great song. So in addition to theta waves, we listen to the Ink Spots. No, we listen to records and stuff too. It's cozy. It's nice, and then, like Raina loves that whole. What do you call it? Like doing the actual experience of putting the record on and stuff. Raina might be the
Yeah,
hipster.
and it's a thing where they say when you're creating or you're working on something, you should take breaks and get up and not be sitting for long periods of time. And the record playing allow because you have to get up and turn it around when it's done, and just movement and the process of doing it is, I don't know, it's nostalgic to me and I enjoy it. It's kind of like, what did we learn yesterday about chopsticks?
Chopsticks improve like your health because you're taking smaller bites because you can't pick up a lot with a chopstick. You're swallowing it so there's less air, so you get less gas, and you supposedly have lower blood sugar and you lose weight. But I mean, I think it's
Yeah,
all
we all
mental.
found this out yesterday because I was using it. We had sushi, and I was like, this is good for you. Like, I know that this makes sense that culture uses chopsticks because I don't know. Like there was something in me that was like, let's look it up. And we did, and we found out all those facts, and it
Yeah.
makes sense. Because think about it, if you have a spoon, you know how much more food you can ingest versus, and then you're using a specific motion in your hand that you probably normally wouldn't. That helps, I think, with your muscles. I've gotten better. I wasn't good at using chopsticks, but I've gotten better. I might just use chopsticks all the time.
Yeah,
I'm
I actually
actually really good at
I have a surprise for you. I threw away all the forks and I replaced them with chopsticks.
that. I'm
So
sure the kids are gonna love that.
like, how do we eat this cereal? One at a time. It's better for your gas and stuff.
They
One
don't even
other,
eat cereal. We gave up cereal. Too
we
many
did.
recalls.
It's funny. The other night I was like, it was late at night. Obviously, I stay up late, and I was like, hungry. I could really go for some cereal. Then I
I know.
realized
I do also crave it sometimes.
it's banned in this house.
Yeah, because you know, it just was to the point where I just was getting so frustrated every time I would see like, oh, Cheerios, the most basic, healthiest. Oh, it's recalled. This is recalled, and I just don't want to deal with that. You know,
Yep, processed food, man.
process. Maybe we'll learn how to make our own Cheerios. We should make our own cereal.
Yeah,
Oh, we'll
maybe
have
we
a cooking
could.
show.
Let's look it up. I don't know.
I'm sure we can do it,
Sure, we
or
can.
at least try it. At least.
See, this is the productiveness that we have here. Sometimes we're overproductive, making our own cereal. I mean, and just to wrap up that music part, one little fact about music and productivity is that classical, and not to sound corny, classical and ambient music is far better for your mind than pop music because of the repetitiveness of chord progressions and obviously the rhythm. You know, classical and ambient stuff has more of a growing, evolving, just like your brain should do as you create and produce and work. So, just something to keep in mind as I slam this thing down with my fact. Um, but we skipped over, even though you're talking about your Latte Vida area. That Latte Vida is actually Latte Vida on Instagram,
Oh my
where
gosh.
Reina is gathering a giant following,
Mhm.
and posts her beautiful lattes and other things that are related to coffee and espressos. So check that out and follow her at Latte Vida on Instagram.
Yeah, maybe in a special live, I'll do a demonstration.
Yeah, you should.
Make a latte.
It's a good idea. Um, and before we get back to productivity, we'll wrap it up in a minute. But I wanted to go about talk about the events of the day, the national days.
Oh yeah, let's check it
Yeah,
out.
there's not too much today, but today was in 1985. That is before Reina was born and after I was born. Uh, Live Aid happened. Have you ever seen Live Aid, Reina?
No.
Live Aid is where a bunch of artists and politicians and people came together and did like a worldwide concert, and it was in England and America, and this is one of the most famous Queen concerts of all time. I think it was near the like one of his last concert. I might be making that up, but I think that's the thing. um, and they played for Ethiopia. It was really about the famine that still goes on in Ethiopia, so I guess it didn't work that much. But they played like a whole worldwide 16-hour, 1.5 billion viewers on this concert, which is insane. It was one of the
Wow.
biggest live streams of all time, so I was thinking we should get there. We need to beat their record of 1.5 billion. We're getting there. We have a few more users to go. But yeah, that was today that happened. I wish they did more stuff like this. You could see how there are lots of artists. Looks like Paul McCartney's there. I know U2 is there. George Michael. It's al- was that Michael Jackson? It almost reminds me of that. You know, we are the world. What was
Yeah.
that whole concert? But anyways, that happened today too, and it's National Beans and Franks Day. that doesn't really matter. And it's National Barbershop Day, which that doesn't matter either.
Oh
But
no, it's barbershop music day.
oh,
That's
I
so
didn't
it's
know.
like the music in the barbershop. I remember now because I looked it up.
Okay. So we're going to perform our own barbershop quartet for you in a second. You ready,
Okay.
Riley?
Yeah, I'm ready. Ready.
Oh.
No, I'm not doing it. No,
Yeah,
no,
so
I never do that.
those are the things that
Willingly.
are happening today. Well, happened today. There's not Live Aid is not happening today, though. Although it probably should, because I've been reading even in Sudan, there's such like tragedy going on. There needs to be another Live Aid or something similar because, yikes.
Oh,
Um,
so I
yeah. So I
just
mean, just to recap, early bird catches the worm. Wake up early, stretch your fingers to your toes, have some coffee. If you don't drink coffee, maca tea, is that how you say it? Or is it matcha?
matcha.
Matcha tea actually has a better caffeine level, sustainable, they say. Coffee gives you a big boost, and matcha gives you a longer, steady. Or drink tea.
Yeah,
Or,
I haven't really gotten into matcha. I think I want to because I think you can make matcha lattes and stuff, and just the green.
mm, they're so
I
good.
should try it. I should get some.
Yeah, I know you can get those packs, but those, I don't know,
It's
like
the
what they're really made out
natural.
of.
Yeah.
Um, Caffeine boosts your focus and productivity. Follow Latte Vida on Instagram. Set your goals, plan for the day, whether it be Trello, email, calendar, writing on a whiteboard. We have a whiteboard over here that we use on Friday meetings and family meetings. And again, I think it's good that I think work and life, obviously, they become more and more intertwined no matter what career you're in. And I think that putting those things in calendars and even in project management systems, whether it just be dropping people off to a meeting, is important. The deeper you get into this hybrid life work mode,
Hmm.
at least for us. Focus with music. Don't listen to pop music. Don't listen to techno music. Listen to classical. Brain FM, great tool. Get a record player. Go to Bill's yard sale today. He has more records. That was my
I
recap.
don't know if he's going to be out there today.
I think he said he was. Bill's moving to a old, what is it? A nursing home?
Senior living. He's older.
Yeah.
What a Bill is someone who is set on his routine in life. He always goes on walks. We see him like twice a day going on walks. He makes sure to hit his 10,000 steps. Our friendly neighbor, and he's just with it. Like there's obviously something to it. Like he makes sure that he is active every day. He has his dog, and he adopted a newer dog because his other dog passed away, and also named him the same name. So his name is Buddy. And and it's so cute because he's old and his dog is old, and they're like living together, and they just want to live a simpler life. He has a big house, lots of room, but it's just him and his dog. So he wants to go into the senior living and kind of have a simple life and be able to just enjoy the remainder of his life because what is he, 88 or something?
I don't know. I
I
think
think
he's
he's
86.
80. Yeah, he's 86. But his brain is sharp. He's sharper than most. He can hold a conversation and he's active. So there's obviously like when we think about life and how now is the time to like really develop those routines to be set for when you're older because it's so important
Yep.
to
For your
always,
mind and your body. He's in great shape too.
yeah, he's
He
probably
hikes.
does
He
more
look.
push-ups than I can do.
I know. Him and his dog look the same too. The first day we met him was actually the original Buddy. Came to our backyard, remember? And we were like,
Yeah,
"What the hell is this? A dog's in our yard." And we looked at the tag, and I think it said, "My name is Buddy." I don't remember if it had his name on it. I forget. But then we contacted him, and that dog was cool. But then he died, and he replaced him and renamed this dog Buddy. And I don't know how many
I
buddies
mean,
he's
why
gonna.
not, right? It's his buddy. It's kind of
Might as
cute.
well. But he's going through a purge of his house right now because he's leaving.
Yeah, and you can tell he has a lot of like antique things, collector items, and things like that. And he's really trying to get rid of it. It's like those things that you just start keeping over time, but then what's the purpose really at the end of it all?
Yeah. He has a whole viewfinder collection, but I'm so surprised that it's still there. Remember the old viewfinders where you click it? That was there months ago, and now they're still there. I'm surprised nobody's picked it up, especially us. But some of them look kind of
There's
grungy.
sales today. There's actually a garage
Go get them.
sale neighborhood thing going on,
That's what we're
which
off
we
to.
look forward to each season because I've in Connecticut they call them tag sales. Rhode Island, what do they call them? Yard sales.
Yeah,
We didn't
yards.
really go to many in Rhode Island,
Yeah.
but New York they have it down packed here. They have like systematically coordinations through the neighbors, so everybody's like there's someone who like coordinates it all, and then you have a map, and then you go from house to house, and there everybody's like out there looking for some good deals, and usually you can find a lot of cool things.
The Clifton Knowles one actually had their own website a couple years ago. I don't know if
Oh,
you remember.
really?
It was like cliftonknowlesgaragesales.com and it had a map of each house on it. I was like, these people are ahead of their game.
I know. I've never seen anything like it since, when you live in different areas, it's like, whoa, they got to figure it out.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Oh, the light almost fell.
Yeah, so that's what we're off to after this for an hour. I got to get some money out of the bank just
Let's
to
get our steps in.
get our steps in like Bill and Buddy.
We're competing with Bill. Who can get to 10,000 steps first
Yeah, imagine.
without a dog?
Yeah, thankfully. Yeah, I mean, so we went over productivity, went over coffee, Latte Vida. We talked about what makes us productive, how we focus, Beans and Franks Day, which is highly important to our lives, Live Aid, which they should do again for things that are in danger in the world. Um, what else? You want to say anything? You want a final word? Do you want to say anything else before I put on your beautiful screen?
No, I think you did the recap pretty well.
Okay,
Um,
let's get you in there. Hold on a second. There's too much
ooh,
going
I
on.
really like this cafe background.
I knew you would. I did it for you.
It's probably the best one so far, I think. Probably because it has lattes in it, of course.
Exactly.
All right. So my final word today is to take some time and um, have a little time for yourself, create a routine that works for you, and make sure to just live in that moment before you get started on your day and just enjoy that moment of clarity, whether it be enjoying a beautiful latte, your coffee, or even just a moment of silence. So try it because it will help. It got so quiet. I can't hear you at all. You're muted.
Man,
You did
don't
it
say that.
again. It was so weird because as soon as you did it, like it was like silence and I couldn't hear anything. And I was like, this is really weird.
Like, silence for Reina's final word. Let's put that screen back on. There we go. I like
This
this
is
background. Yeah, so July 13th. Carpe diem, baby, as Metallica says. We'll see you tomorrow. Because, oh, I was going to say productivity. You can tell we're all about productivity because we're doing live streams on the weekend and holidays. We can't stop. We're all about it.
yeah, now
So,
we're addicted to it.
yeah, we'll be
Just like
back.
coffee.
Mm, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow
Uh,
morning. I don't know if anybody is watching this and has any suggestions or has any questions about tech. That's where we really shine. Feel free. We've had a couple so far. They do make us better, and we will shout you out and show a picture of you and do like a whole dance. So that's your motivation to do it. I will do that. Yeah, so or not if you don't want that, you just say it in the comment. Don't do that whole thing. But yeah, if you have any questions, we appreciate any interaction. Live streams are weird, and I know people are replaying it, so we encourage people to replay the live streams. Obviously, that does no good in the end of the live stream to talk about that. But if you're just jumping into the live stream, I think
You
starting
should watch the
over,
beginning.
yeah, you're missing the good parts. This is not the good part. This is us struggling to get to the garage sales now. So,
Wait, I do want to show the entryway to the cafe
oh
because
yeah, that's right.
let's see if we can. Oh no, can I get it over here?
Uh-oh.
All
I feel like
right.
Reina's gonna disappear.
Hold on. Oh wait, that's the kitchen, but
Yeah, look at that.
this like little boho elegance right in the entryway for the cafe. So I don't know if you can see, but it's crystal beads that are hanging over. So just one of those decor.
They're not real crystals, just to let you know.
Actually they are. He
Oh
doesn't
no.
know what they are.
That's what. Oh
I found them in
no.
the ground. Just
She
kidding.
put on the business credit card, I think. Yeah, what's cool is I'm so short I don't gotta worry about those things hitting my head.
I
Short
left the
king
space
problems.
I left the space so I can get through.
Yeah. Yeah, it really adds like a little bit of flair, like ethnic, like Spain or Portugal. Like you're walking into an experience. We're gonna put on maybe the Howdy Doody album. That was the wrong one. I don't know. Some like the one that has all the country music, not country, but different countries music. We'll put on the record player and have like a around the world night, tour of Italy night with Olive Garden.
Yeah, and these are solar lights too, which are pretty cool at night because they'll glow up the whole area in the
Yeah,
house.
let's make
So
you big for a second. Yeah, you can see it better now.
the solar lights.
It
But yeah.
adds a little bit of ambiance. Such a
And of
nice area.
course, the cheers sign. Cheers.
Cheers. I don't have any more, but
Um, cheers. Let's do a cheers. We should do a cheers at the end of every here. Cheers.
cheers.
Oh wait. I'm like trying to go over to your screen. Like
Hold on.
well, actually if you do it this way, it would look like that, right? Like that.
Yeah, all right, hold on. Wait, we're on bit different sides though. You have to go the other way.
No, you have to go well, I guess
Oh, you must see it different then.
I
This
see
way.
it different. Okay,
Oh,
so I go this way. I don't know how they're seeing
are we
it, but
touching the cups?
yeah,
Yeah, right there.
I
We'll
see it
practice.
I see it the opposite way.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that is weird. We'll
Huh.
see how it comes on.
Yeah, that's really weird.
We should do both.
Either side, we'll do like
We'll
cheers.
double it up.
All
All
right.
right.
Well, have a great day. Have a great weekend. We'll see you tomorrow. And again, we appreciate you viewing. And that's it. Let's play us
And
out.
cheers.
Yeah. It's cafe music. It's actually like a karaoke version of Melody Gardell.
Oh, it's pretty good. I like this song.
Yeah, beautiful song. It's called "If the Stars Were Mine." Melody Gardell, amazing album. Called what is it? The Thrill. My one and only thrill. Amazing album.